has been included in the QS World University Rankings by Subject 2023. The rankings were released on March 22nd. According to topuniversities.com, the QS World University Rankings by Subject 2023 cover a total of 54 disciplines, grouped into 5 broad subject areas. The QS World University Rankings by subject are compiled annually to help prospective students identify the leading universities in a particular subject. Research citations, along with the result of major global surveys of employers and academics, are used to rank universities. This year's ranking includes 3 new subjects: data science, history of art, and marketing. At the initiative of the Faculty of Law and Social Sciences, the presentation of the book by Dr. Torzhan Kasenova, Atomic Step, How Kazakhstan Gave Up the Bomb, took place at SDU. According to Kasenova, it is important that the younger generation of Kazakhstanis know more about the nuclear history of their country, since the nuclear component is important in terms of the history of the formation of Kazakhstan as an independent state.
It is very important for the young generation of Kazakhstan to know Kazakhstan's nuclear history, because it's an important part of our national identity. For 40 years, the Soviet military conducted nuclear tests in Kazakhstan with devastating consequences for the environment and the health of the locals. It's a long and tragic part of our history, but at the same time, the story of the anti-nuclear public movement, when people of Kazakhstan, the society of Kazakhstan, rose up to protest against Soviet nuclear tests and made it possible for Kazakhstan to shut down the Semipalatinsk nuclear testing site, is a very moving and powerful story of how people of Kazakhstan reclaimed agency over their own fate. And so I think if young people know stories like that, if they have an opportunity to feel proud for those who came before them, for those who stood up for their lives, I think it would help them to be better citizens as well. And another part of this story is, of course, the fact that after the Soviet Union collapsed and when Kazakhstan was left with a substantial nuclear arsenal, Kazakhstan decided to give up nuclear weapons. And that's another important angle of Kazakhstan's national identity, the process of building Kazakhstan's national identity. It was the choice of what kind of country Kazakhstan wanted to become. And so, again, if you care about Kazakhstan's present, if you care about Kazakhstan's future, stories like that, or understanding what those before you thought or did and what decisions they took, I think it can inform the future generation of Kazakhstan's leaders. And I just wanted to add one more thing. The nuclear story is not the story of the past, because the impact of Soviet nuclear tests still continues. People in surrounding areas near the former testing site in Semipalatinsk, they still continue to suffer from poor health as a result of the 40-year period of nuclear tests. And so it's not something that we just left in the past. It's something that the society still needs to deal with, to be aware of, and understand that it's a continued challenge facing not only the people in the affected region, but Kazakhstan society as a whole. And even looking in the future, when we're discussing the future of peaceful nuclear power, again, it's important to remember where Kazakhstan came from and how nuclear story fits into a larger story of the country. So I hope that Kazakhstan's new generation spends some time on learning about the country's nuclear history.
The SDU has identified the holders of vacant grants. According to the results of the autumn semester of the 2022-2023 academic year, vacant state educational grants were allocated for such specialties as the Kazakh language and literature, information systems, a foreign language, 2 foreign languages, management and international relations. The list of students who received vacant grants based on the results of the competition can be found on the official website of SDU. The news was introduced by a third-year student of the School of Journalism of the SDU Kavdia Yerke.